Evening, folks. Well, I've just heard that the RSPCA and the British Art Foundation have been been found guilty of breaching data protection, been fined £25,000 each. It's a drop in the ocean considering their CEOs earn hundreds of thousands a year. So all your hard-earned money that you give to these charities is basically squandered, a lot of it. I remember years ago the RNLI and the Guide Dogs for the Blind were both told by the Charities Commission that they had to spend some money because they had too much in the bank. But these days it seems that charities are they're not charities, they're just big business, and they're just like the banks. They're just looking for ways to strip money out of you, and that's exactly what they've been doing with their customers. I won't call them charity givers because they don't treat you like that. So, you know, they've been building up databases, working out how much your house is worth and how old you are, see if you're going to peg it, see if they can get their hands on your inheritance and your children's inheritances and all that kind of stuff. And years ago, charities just didn't do that, which is why I'm a great supporter of small local charities. Because £100 to a small local charity is makes a huge difference, but £100 to somebody like, well, any of the big charities, I won't pick on one because I think they're all equally dodgy, it's nothing. You know, it's a month's worth of biros for them. So, but not even that, is it? But but I'm getting more and more optimistic. The things that are going on, all this stuff starting to come out in the open. Not necessarily this, which is just one criminal cartel making a judgment on another one. It's things like people are beginning to realise that you're only three payments away for having your house taken away, and that council tax is unlawful, and I'll go into that on another video. But people are beginning to realise, and the news sites, the independent news sites on the internet and that are actually coming out with the truth. And I'm actually quite surprised because I'm in my late 40s, and I talk to younger people about it, and they're really fascinated because they know there's a load of shit going on, no lies. Because they're encouraged to go to university, then they come out of university with £40,000 worth of debt if they're lucky, and then you find that the powers that be, the government or whoever, are saying, the levels of entrepreneurship have gone down, the levels of first-time buyers have gone down. Well, what do you expect when you're trying to clear a £40,000 debt? You can't afford to save for anything. You can't afford to say, I've got a lovely business idea, I need £1,500 to get it off the ground, but I can't do it because I've got to pay this student loan. And the young'uns, I feel really sorry for them, because at the end of the day, it's them that's going to have to pick up the pieces with rearing young families and stuff like that. And but people are beginning to realise, and the people in power are beginning to realise that we're beginning to realise, if you get me drift. We're shining torches into dark corners, which is why I would encourage everybody, doesn't matter who you are or what you're doing, when somebody turns round to you and says, do this, I don't mean, upsetting policemen when they stop you for drink driving and things like that. I mean, when you get some order follower in the park saying, have you got any dog poo bags on you? Ask them why they're asking. What gives them the authority to ask you for your name and address? and things like that. You know, if you're a responsible dog owner, you pick up your own dog shit anyway. So, but it goes much, much deeper than that. It's been encouraged over the last few years by a charity called Common Purpose, and they train change agents, and they've got people in the councils, in the police, in government, and they actually get a massive government grant. They've got them in the army, and they encourage people to overstep their authority. And this is a lot of the reason why the law courts now don't uphold the law. We live in a lawless state, where the law courts aren't courts anymore. They're places of business that are just interested in revenue raising, which is why if you get caught on a speed camera, you're not automatically sent on a speed awareness course or something. You're given a fine and points. The fine goes straight to the treasury, and the points go on to your driving licence, so your insurance goes up, so you pay more premium tax on your insurance. And the whole system is built to extract money out of willing slaves. So next time you're told to do something by somebody, ask them why. And they start getting real sheepish. You know, if the council want to do something, ask them why. Because a lot of the times it's just about profit, and profit's a good thing in the right place. You know, all businesses need to make a profit. There's nothing wrong with that. But the more we shine lights into dark corners, the less chance they have to take your house away and to steal your car. You know, people these days are having their homes taken away for civil matters. You can't be sent to prison for council tax, but they are taking people to prison, sending people to prison for council tax, because the courts are absolutely and utterly corrupt. But I'm really glad, and I'm optimistic that things are changing. You know, they are trying desperately to wriggle out of Brexit, but it isn't going to happen. Sooner or later, something's going to give. These traitors that are trying to stop us from Brexiting, it's our destiny to leave Europe. We're a common law country. We are not used to a Napoleonic system of laws and legislation. We're used to a common law jurisdiction, and I'll go into that in another video as well. It's too much to go into here. But anyway, that's my musings on the way home tonight. TTFN.